Is that a Midori? So, here are almost time for Vampire Midori. Last week it was GOTH Midori, now it's Vampire. So, we are finally gonna react to this anime opening from Lovebites. This is by far the most requested, of course, Lovebites reaction, right? VLADLOVE version. And I was thinking first, I'm gonna watch this, of course, Lovebites, you know, the actual music video. I do see there are anime bits to it, but I'm also gonna check out, of course, the anime opening as well, right? So after I have reacted to and reviewed the music video, we also go and check out, of course, the anime opening, right? Now, anime opening is my favorite thing of all time, right? I love doing anime opening. That's even how I kind of come into this band to begin with, right? Same with BAND-MAID, it's kind of how, you know, so forth, right? It's kind of how this project started for me. And we just, you know, some links below, right, for some other anime openings I've done, but I've done like, I do like at least 10 per season, right? For me, it's always like, so you have 4 seasons per anime year, right? And that's always my favorite part. Every new season you get like 10 new songs, right? 10 new anime openings. So I look forward to see. I haven't seen the anime, so I'm also gonna guess the character. But it's almost about vampire, I understand that. But anyway, let's go to the music video. Okay, let's go. I would say one thing though, I might have edited this away a bit, because it's gonna be anime scenes, right? So there might be copyright issues. I don't want to get copyright strike, because it's quite tricky. You see here, right? So I have to say I'm a little bit worried also for this, because yeah, it's a lot of anime. Let's see what happens. It's a sad backstory! No, it's, I mean, I haven't seen the anime. This, I'm guessing, is the main character, right? Like a vampire, this one of the prominent characters. And they're clearly burning down her house, because she's probably a nice vampire, right? And they're, like, attacking her mansion or whatever, right? Maybe killing her parents. I mean, storming it out immediately. I'm like, oh, it's sad vampire flashback, right? This is, like, so I'm laughing, but when I went to... it was my master's degree. Anyway, so when I went to postgraduate school, I had a course in like design writing or whatever, right? For game design. And the first thing my professor said was that the most common backstory ever is burning stuff. Yeah, it's always like we burn down their home, we burn down the village, right? Like Star Wars, they burn your uncle, you know, the spoilers, yeah. You know, they burn his uncle and aunt and so on, right? It's the most like common trope of all time. It's like burning down their house or whatever to like trigger the character to want revenge or leave their house or whatever. And the reason why, of course, is because not only do you give the character like a traumatic past, right? Oh, I have trauma and I want revenge or whatever. But also because by destroying their house, right? This is what is incredibly common, to burn down the literal house or their parents or whatever, right? But both, they have to leave. They can't just stay at home. They have to go out, you know. They can't just be at home and be sad because they killed my parents. They have to also leave because they have no home anymore. So this is like the most common trope ever, basically. Like burning down their house and their family and so on. It's an incredible, super straight. Otherwise, though, back a bit here. Just like in the live performance, they do have these, it's called like marching band uniforms, right? Definitely. Some people compare it to the Beatles, but I don't really think so. Like I said in the comments, the Beatles, they have similar uniforms, absolutely. But in the Beatles, they have this like shoulder padding, which is more like a military march thing. With this thing here, right? This is more like especially in America, like a marching band uniform, right? But let's keep going. Feel my hammer! What the hell? This is clearly the waifu of the anime. This is clearly the hot waifu of the anime. Because the back a second there. Yeah, I haven't seen the anime. This is my favorite character. No, but come on. She's clearly like some more a MILF vampire or something. A MILF doctor vampire. Yeah, this is clearly the best character. I feel like a Midori solo will come now. Yeah, I feel sooner. Look at her. I feel she's ready. See me, that's it. Man, that was super long. I didn't want to pause it. I didn't be rude, right? I was like, man, this just keeps going. That was bad. I just kept going. I kept feeling that, like, oh, hit time. Yeah, here's some Miyako, Midori solo, guitar riff back and forth, right? That was really great. Let's back a bit here. Yeah, this is awesome. Miyako was a solo bit. No, it was really great, right? But I keep saying it. I think that's, in my opinion, right, the strongest bit of Lovebites is this back and forth, right, between Midori and Miyako. That's why I also had a recent video calling, you know, like versus, you know, like that. Yeah, they're going back and forth. It always feels like the best part, in my opinion, right? So you kind of see it here in about halfway through the music video. We have this part here, you know, There we go. That part is really great. Now, as a side note, obviously I'm watching the anime scenes here, right? This is clearly the main character, right? Him and the blonde girl. This is obviously like a romance, right? Super obvious, yeah. Of course, he's gonna fall in love with the blonde vampire. I had the sad backstory earlier. And maybe she makes him into a vampire or something. It does feel like, yeah, school at the beginning of the episode, probably. That she might be the one that gives him his powers, right? Because she's in love with him or something like that. I'm throwing it out. Like, I haven't seen the anime, but to me, if you go back a bit in the actual anime scene, I mean, they're obviously a romantic couple, 100%, right? He looks kind of weak in the beginning, so you know, she's probably actually a lot stronger than the main character in the beginning, right? It feels like the typical storyline with the female, like, love interest has this, like, mystical powers, actually a lot stronger than the main character, but he, of course, will actually, you know, become stronger than her eventually, and so, and thereby he can save her from her enemies or whatever, like the people that killed their parents or whatever, right? But in the beginning, she's probably in love with him and has to get stronger as someone, then he can, you know, yeah, power creeper later, whatever you can't call it, but it feels like the typical love story. I mean, we have like a couple like this. Yeah, here we have a kiss scene, right? Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a romance anime to some extent. And now she turned into vampire. yeah, of course. Now they're chasing him. It's a dragon! I guess it's his dragon! Oh, nice ending. It's a nice ending. Very nice. Oh, MILF, yeah, hot MILF. She was also fighting with Nidas. I love her. She's fair character. Easily. It's nice. You know, side note, I'm a massive fan of Castlevania, you know, that's why I like into vampire stuff. Jesus Christ, man. Okay. Yeah, this continues with me, right? As a European, right? When I see this stuff, I just want to take my hammer and go and hit stuff with it. No, but seriously, right? Growing up as a kid, I was a massive fan of Castlevania. Obviously more Super Castlevania, but then later, of course, Symphony of the Night as well, right? It's one of Metroidvania, it's called, you know, genre. And I think since, arguably I guess since with Metroid, but Symphony of the Night is one of my all-time favorite thing to do with my life, right? Playing those games. So you have to explore the whole castle, jump around, find this circular doors and all that stuff, right? It's a classic genre that I still think is just so fantastic. And actually, one of the first games I ever worked on in college then was that kind of Metroidvania game, right, actually. So yeah, it's like a Mega Man game. But anyway, there is actually a huge amount of anime scenes in the music video, and I liked that. I think it was great. I think it was great editing. You see the band, you see the cats, all right. But I have to say that as a YouTuber, right, I am very afraid of now getting copyright issues for this video. So we'll see what happens. I might have to edit out half the video in the middle here because there's actually a huge amount of scenes. That being said, this was quite short scenes, right? It was like 2 seconds there, 2 seconds there. I felt that I got spoiled though when the dragon appeared. Am I the only one? I haven't seen the anime. And, you know, I see this dragon flying there, like the meal to fight the dragon. I was like, and he's screaming, like, is this his dragon? I was like, I feel it's spoiling me now. There's a lot of anime scenes. Oh, god damn it. But anyway, let's go and look at the actual anime as well then. You know, the anime intro. So it's a big opening. It's Miyako right behind her. So I guess the anime opening also will do a similar thing where they also have the band in the anime as well. So I'm gonna play the opening of this for the anime. Otherwise definitely copyright strike. Yeah, trust me, I've done like 500 anime openings in my life. There's no way you can't do full anime openings without pausing on, yeah. This was very integrated with the band. Very integrated. And it sounds like, you know what, very integrated. This is actually very uncommon, right? This is the official anime opening. This is not some like, how to say it, sometimes they have, you know, different versions of the anime opening, right? Like a longer version, a full version, a more focus on the band or whatever. So, yeah, this is actually very, like I said, it's just, I've seen so many thousands anime openings, right, interview them. This is very uncommon, that you actually have the band being in the anime opening. And not only like at one scene, but I mean, immediately we spot different band members, right, at the screen, at the windows and so on. Yeah, so this is, I can barely recall any other anime opening when it's like this immediately. Sometimes they kind of hide the characters. So I think that's cute too, though. For example, like in Bunny Senpai, they kind of hide the piggies or whatever. That's pretty cute, like the bad girls are like in the background and so on. Okay, I loved it in the anime of the star. I loved it. Do they have a band in this in anime? I don't know, but I love this bit, right? When we see that the character from anime, they have like a fictional band and they're like singing, you know, they're performing the music opening, right, for the anime. Let's do that again. This part, yeah, I love this. Like she's supposed to be singing, yeah, she, you know, that's the opposite Midori. Yeah, that's Miyako. Clearly, yeah, like you can see who they are playing and so on. Oh, this is great, this is great. This is really... Yeah, this is a lot more than I thought it was gonna be. God. Again, I have not seen the anime, right? I kind of feel like, wait, is this an anime about music, like the BAND-MAID anime? You know, rock ladies where they sing songs all the time, and the band members perform as the anime characters. Because I was like, man, this is like a lot of half the opening is just like the character from the anime in the actual. I mean, it even says Lovebites on the drum there. Yeah, it says Lovebites. They're then performing as the Lovebites band members, and they're clearly the different people from band from in the band. So honestly, I'm gonna quickly go check at the first opening as well. It's also about music. So I look at because I'm not gonna play the music then, because then I guess like copyright with two different. This was very different. No, this was very different. This opening. This character. Yeah, this was very different. I love how different they are. But like I said, you know, I love anime openings. It's my favorite thing ever. And this is one reason why I love anime openings. Like the first opening here, everyone is like trees or something. They're sitting on the trees, they're like growing. You know, in the next opening, they're all playing in a band instead. Yeah, they're all turning into Lovebites. That's great. But what I think about it though, I really do wonder if Lovebites, the band, right, has some requirements for that. You know, leave a comment below if you know that, guys. Obviously, I'm new to the band, so to speak, right, which is the months into the history. It does feel like to be both in, you know, to have it so heavily, like as integrated, it feels like the band maybe requested that or required that, perhaps better for it. That they said, oh, we can do an anime thing, but we want to be in the actual opening or whatever, right? Because normally you don't see that, and like I said earlier, definitely not that agree. So, because they even said Lovebites on, yeah, in the anime, in animated there. So I'm thinking like, maybe it's like some kind of, you know, commercial for them. Oh, yeah, we do it for free, but then we want to be in the opening. I don't know. Honestly, I never really know how that works. I mean, usually you should pay the band, right? But I would also see that if I was an up and coming artist, I would love. I would be like, oh, you want to have my song in your anime opening? You can have it for free. You know what I mean? It depends on like how famous I am, right? But if I was an up and coming, I'll be like, I'll do it for free. I just here's the thing, play it, right? Because it's so much free advertisement usually. So it really depends, right? How established you are as an artist at the context of time and so on. So I really wonder what the contract was for that opening, because yeah, I keep saying it felt incredibly in the anime. This is kind of what you expect this to hear from me now. This is what kind of the normal anime would look like. It's like, yeah. And we see the romance scenes. I mean, obviously, I haven't seen the anime, but it's called, I mean, I guess it's called Love too, but you know, yeah, this is obviously a couple, whatever, like, obviously. Now, as a side note here on vampires, I do want to play you this opening a little bit, which is actually my favorite, like, so to speak, vampire opening, okay? Yes, she. Go to the chorus. I love it. Oh. I love this opening, Shiki, man. But honestly, this is a very weird vampire anime. I wouldn't say it's that good, honestly. It's like a very weird, okay? Like the vampires are victims part of it. I'm not gonna spoil it, guys, but it's a very strange anime. Overall, I recommend it though, but more music here. This anime has a great opening, but also really, really fantastic soundtrack. So, like, I listen to this a lot when I work. Yeah, I really love Shiki's. All the music in this anime is just incredible. It's one of the best stuff I've ever heard in my life. for any anime. And I mean, the writing or whatever, the animation is not at the quality of the music, but it's really good in that sense because it's a vampire horror storyline, right? So strong music really fits it. Yeah. I think this is one of the best soundtracks I've heard in my life in anime. I get goosebumps, man. I get goosebumps. It's so good. But yeah, that not a video, guys, perhaps. But this is, I mean, honestly, like, this is an anime that I wouldn't give that high of a score, right, from an actual story aspect. It's like a 7 out of 10, okay? It's a very much a typical intermediate thing, but I don't know, I got into top in my head, but yeah, it's like, I think this has the best horror music, horror vampire music of an anime that I've ever heard in my life. It's just really fantastic. Like, all the soundtrack in the whole anime. Incredibly good. Best of Shiki, yeah, Google it. I leave a link below. I think it's really fantastic. Got in thinking about it now. I'm thinking about more. Yeah, I'm also really excited for Silent Hill F, right, coming out soon. I'm definitely gonna play it here. Yeah, I'm screaming. No, but I like horror games. I like the mystery, and obviously vampire chicks are hot. You know, you saw that Midori vampire, right? That was pretty hot. No, but I have like a really, how to say it? I have a really high threshold for like resistance, or whatever you call it, for enjoying like F-tier horror movies. I'm the kind of guy, I can watch like every horror movie, even how bad it is, and I still enjoy it. I don't know, you know what I mean? It's like my brain, I can really turn off my brain for horror movies and accept it for what they are. And I think the reason why, overall, is because horror movies are so, they live on the twist, you know what I mean? They don't live on having like good, say it, graphic effects, animation if it's anime, right, or VFX or whatever, and so forth, or maybe even good actors. They live more on the twist, right? It's a kind of monster or whatever, it's a kind of horror thing. Who's the murderer, who's the bad guy, who's the demon, right? And if they can do that well, I still think it's a really good, you know, storyline, right? Or not, or the twist or the mystery, the twist or the mystery. And that's also why I think a lot of horror movies sometimes have very low budgets, right? But yet have succeeded and becoming very famous, a lot of money, because that kind of like mystery twisting can really that's the one thing I really care about, right? So I have a really high like resistance to watch, like I can watch like all like really low, you know, like low budget horror movies and still enjoy it to this day. But I was enjoying that. So of course I love horror games, Resident Evil, you know, so forth. Yeah, so I'm quite into vampires, obviously. Yeah, obviously. So it was great. No, I liked it. It's always fun, and also I think that, like I said in the Midori goth video, right, you know, I always like goth chicks, right, vampire chicks. I love the aesthetics, you know. I used to date this French woman this many years ago. So when I actually moved over to Blizzard, first year of college, I dated this French lady, and she was like goth with black hair, and she got, you know, like, you know, she had the bracelet with the she was like a tough badass tomboy girl. So yeah, she was very much a tomboy. Oh, she was very beautiful. But I mean, seriously, I love her aesthetic, right? That's obviously why I liked her. Yeah, she got like, you know, all black, cool, you know, like, you know, like that kind of stuff. So I don't wanna. I of course I have image of her. I want to show. I'm a doctor, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So I always like that. You know, got tomboys, man. They're freaking awesome. And there we go. So the video, subscribe, so you don't have a great day.